Hello and welcome back to the A to Z of the 2017 SIHH, and we're starting this third and last part with the letter P. Yes, we are starting with PARMIGIANI FLEURIER, and 2016 has been a rather tough year for them. Quite a lot of restructuring in the company, and therefore this has had a small impact on the novelties presented by the brand here at SIHH. I think you know how much I like this brand for its true commitment to quality watchmaking, and I know it's quite a niche brand, so I really wish them well, and I know they will surprise us once again. For instance, we know they are working on a revolutionary escapement system, the Senfine, quickly presented last year. So though it's quite a traditional brand, it doesn't prevent them of thinking outside the box. I like this. So for this SIHH, their main novelties were the following. First, they introduced the toric chronometer, a very classic three-hand watch. It's very refined, and on the dial side you will find a large date window at 6 o'clock. This watch comes with an automatic movement and with two different case finishing, one in white gold, the other in red gold. This is a tribute to the very first watch Michel Parmigiani designed and produced at the very origin of the brand some 20 years ago. The next watch is a steel version of their very well balanced Tonda 1950, simple but nice, and for this new version they've just made it a tiny bit larger as it comes in a 40mm case instead of the 39mm seen previously with the gold version. They say they did this to give it a little more masculine feel to it. Parmigiani also introduced a new Tonda 1950 meteorite, but for the first time we see a white finishing for this meteorite dial, something they managed to pull off with a new type of treatment. This watch comes in a titanium case, and there are also a blue and a black meteorite version. The brand enjoys a long partnership with car manufacturer Bugatti, and 2016 marked the launch of the supercar, the new Chiron. Parmigiani has now come up with a Bugatti Aerolite performance timepiece where you will be able to see the incredible speed performance and acceleration of this car on the tachymeter scale of this flyback chronograph. And finally, they introduced an oval pantograph, that's the timepiece with the magical folding hands following the oval shape of the case as it's running. It's quite crazy. But here the novelty is that the movement is made out of pure gold, just a little chicer, I guess. Okay, let's now talk briefly about Piaget, and we know that the brand is facing quite some difficulties, so we didn't see that many crazy novelties at this SIHH. And I don't even want to talk about the Polo S collection introduced recently, because for me, well, that's clearly not the answer to their problems. On the contrary. Nevertheless, 2017 marks the 60th anniversary of a very iconic watch for them, the Altiplano. They didn't go too crazy for this celebration, but instead introduced a few rather elegant limited editions, playing with colors and material. And as a quick reminder, this watch's main characteristic is its ultra-thin dimension. When it came out in 1957, the thickness of the original 9P manual winding movement was set at only 2mm, and 2.4mm for the 12P automatic version introduced in 1960. This ultra plat dimension of their watches really represent an important part of the brand's identity.